Hello, welcome back everyone. My name is JPArquebus, but you can call me Jack. My pronouns are he, him, and today we are playing Starfield again. Yeah, let's get into it. We are still in Atlantis, doing quests. You know, there's a lot of busy work to do in these big cities in Bethesda games, isn't there? But anyway, we're having fun. Alrighty then. So, yes, we've got that to do. Just turn things a little bit down, and then let's go in here and see what's going on.
Yes? Some of the shit from the freestyle systems might actually kill you. You drink enough of it. But you know, it's cheap, so silver linings and all that.
Of course.
You buying? What's it gonna be?
You get a lot of business down here?
Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? Worse, maybe? That's what you're implying?
Should I say? Yeah, we'll go that way.
Yeah? Well,
Oh,
don't.
okay then. Nice place you got.
First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it.
He's a bit of a grumpy fellow, isn't he?
Don't blow smoke up my ass. We both know it ain't nice.
Alright, I guess you don't want to be talked to then. Shame. Citizens. You know, one thing I noticed is that a lot of the NPCs upstairs, or maybe let me have a look around first to make sure that this is actually a thing and I'm not just making it up. I mean, the thing I was gonna say is that it seemed like there's a lot of more larger folk like myself walking around and inhabiting the above ground, you know, surface level place of New Atlantis, and the people down here look like to be a lot thinner, but there's still some diversity, you know, with this fella and some of the other couple of people that I've seen, that person there. So it might not be true, I might just be making it up, but it felt like it anyway for a little bit. Which, you know, who knows if that's intentional or that is just like how these NPCs are generated. If it is intentional, then that, I guess, would be another reflection of the difference between class of the people who live down here and the people who live up above. You should know it's a Bethesda game, they have to hit you over the head with it, don't they? That there is division between peoples. I guess since I think this city probably is going to be the base of one of the main factions. I guess the whole thing with the well down here is going to be like, yeah, they might say they're the best, almost progressive or civilized faction or whatever they want to call themselves, but they've still got people living down here in slums, don't they? So it's not all it's not all sunshine and roses, is it? Anyway, again, I might just be making up some bullshit, but let's talk to this doctor. She'll probably have something to do.
The best we can here. That's all we can ever do.
Run this all by yourself?
Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and well, I've got a few volunteers from the community.
Excuse
I
me.
only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry.
Strange place for a medical
Quite a
clinic.
story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things still down here.
It's a shame, innit?
The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.
Again, your last stuff. And you know, wasn't there that one person who got upset at Bethesda for putting pronouns in it, and then they used the thing of like, I don't want to be reminded of the real world in a video game. But it's like art is informed by reality. Like no matter what it is, it's based on someone's interpretation of the world around them. No matter how far you want to try and remove it from reality, it is based in a semblance of it. For instance, these are human people. You know, we have human people in this world. And then, as she just said there about not everyone being able to afford the best healthcare, that's a thing that's going on in a lot of places. And even this whole situation down here of not everyone being able to afford the life on the surface. They have to stay down here in the slums trying to scrape by a living. That's going on with a lot of people these days. And so really, just that whole excuse of, oh, but I don't want to be reminded of reality. You're reminded of reality with this whole thing. It's a stupid argument is what I'm saying. And anyway, like, pronouns, it's so easy to just call people what they want to be called, right? It's so easy to just let people live how they want to live, like... Seriously, I don't want to get all political, but you know, it's just... Let people be who they want to be, express themselves however they want to express themselves, whatever feels right to them. It's okay, it's not gonna turn your kids into monsters or anything, it's just... You know? But some people are too small-minded for that thing. They're too caught up in tradition and what goes on in the past. But yeah, just because something's like a tradition doesn't make it a good one, does it? Just because something's been done for hundreds of thousands of years doesn't mean that's the best way to do it or the best way to be, you know? Like as the world constantly evolves technologically, you know, and like in the Middle Ages, you know, we wouldn't have all phones and stuff, you'd just have people living in huts. You know, just because society progresses culturally and technology doesn't mean that they can't progress socially as well, you know what I mean? Hope I'm making sense, but... Anyway, back to the game, enough of me ranting about stuff. Anyway, I hope I'm making some sort of point. Yes, let's continue on. Let's head back up, because I don't think there is, anything else we can do down there. But, you know what I should do is actually check my quests. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's talk to Emilio. Excuse me. Ooh. Alrighty then. Ooh. Bit dark out. Bit of the night time. I quite like the night time itself. Mostly because of the quiet. You know, just sometimes the sounds of the day, whether it be other people or cars in the street or, you know, that sort of thing, or just the sounds of nature, the birds, even though it's, you know, bird song is a bit nice. Sometimes you just prefer the quiet of the nighttime and the comfort of the stars and the darkness, the light of the moon. Anyway, hello.
Mind your step. Important research happening here.
Is that so? Now let me talk to you about it. Come on. I pressed E.
Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
How? Come on. How? You had your tablet standing right in front of you. How can you, looking at something that you're holding right in front of you, be blocked by me standing like 3 feet away? Come on, tell me. Bloody idiot. What are you doing out here?
Oh, it's important research. I won't bore you with the technical details, but it's critical that I get this done.
Oh, is this going to be typical Bethesda NPC who's a fucking condescending dickhead to you, but you're still going to help him with his quest?
Trees? I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. there's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that.
Hmm. But lives could be at stake.
Right. Of course, we're all in danger. Trees are involved after all. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in Mast.
What? What do you want me to do?
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, really? Wow.
If there's a chance to betray him and not do it,
Okay.
I'm going to do that because he's a
I'll follow
dick.
your lead, but I wish handling our tree issue didn't involve using illegal methods to get the job done.
You're the
I'm
one
not
who
gonna do
said,
that
Sarah,
evaluation
that
for
Constellation
multiple
doesn't
years.
care if you
That
do illegal
justifies
stuff just so
incredibly
long that it
unfair.
doesn't get traced back
I
to
found a
them.
back door into the
So,
Mast network so I could make some
you know,
changes
get
to
off
my
your bloody
personnel.
high horse.
But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked.
Yeah, because, again, I kind of want to screw him over and not give him his promotion. Let's do this. Let's try and persuade him.
Sorry, that's not on the table.
Let's do this.
If that's true, seems like a good reason to hold on to it until I've got what I need.
He really is an arsehole, isn't he?
I can't do that. From where I'm standing, kinda seems like it is. Advancing my career is the right thing to do, so that's what I'm focused on. Enough. The deal is the deal.
I mean,
You
I
can
like
cut some
that
stupid
persuasion
data
thing
when I
better
know
than
that
just
files have
having,
been wiped from the
you know, a
chief
high enough
engineer's
speech
terminal.
level. It makes it more
Just
interesting.
get in, access
Even
the
if
terminal,
I am
delete the
bad at it.
files, and get out. Really simple.
What exactly do you do at a mess?
Between you and me, as little as possible. I'm just kidding, of course. I work really, really hard at my job. Studied in computational bioscience, did some time in agrogenetics. These days, I just help out wherever I can. Waiting for a good opportunity. Maybe an opening in administration. You know how it goes.
So I guess he's a bit of an arsehole, but he doesn't seem like he's actively working against, you know, the good of other people. He's just a slacker who is selfish, so maybe it's not the worst thing in the world that I help him out a bit, but still don't feel good about it. But, you know, it's a video game. Got to do all the content, don't I? And before I forget again, if you might remember a couple of streams ago, I took a wooden duck, and then later on I took another one. And I've got a plan for what to do with them, but I need a bridge. And look like this might be the only type of bridge thing in this city that I can use for it. There might be another one further down. I'm just gonna have a quick look, like off the edge here. Because I remember going down an elevator once that led to an area with a bit of a bridge, and I just... Hold on, let me just go over there and see if I was right in that. Need to go over to the by the news tower. But you know, finally, if you've been watching any of the other streams and videos and such, then you'll finally be happy to know that your patience is being paid off, so thank you for that. Yes, I guess that's technically maybe some sort of bridge thing, but it's more so like something above water in it. But I want to find like an actual proper bridge. You know what I mean? Rather than just Because this kind of is a bridge, but it's more so like connected to this big structure here then. So it seems like some sort of weird building with a bottom taken out rather than like a proper bridge. Which, as I say, isn't the worst thing in the world, it just might not make what I'm doing make as much sense. So I want it to be perfect, you know, I want it to be bloody perfect. So let's head over. So can I get up here? Okay, I think this was the elevator that I remember, so let's go have a look. The old man, Captain Dave Bubbles here. His face is covered in shadows. Bloody Sarah Morgan person. Okay, so this goes down here, and then I think there might be... Is there another elevator that leads further down? No. But there is something... I do remember there being like some sort of bridge thing down this way. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I guess there isn't. Then what was I bloody thinking of then? Apologies everyone that I seem to be... I hope I'm not wasting all your time. I know you want to probably see some fun quests and that, but this is important to me, dang it.
Ooh, that jump looked painful.
Okay, there we go. I think that might be like something of what I was thinking of, so let's try and go over there. If I can. Yes. All a bit of a hassle, innit? Trying to traverse these old cities. But at least you can do a lot more than in, There we go, Waterfall Promenade, that's what I was thinking of, wasn't it? Promenading through Wiltshire, even. Yes, let's go over here to this little bridge. Okay, here we go, this is good enough. I mean, it's not like... Yeah. Let's stand on the edge here. Just do a quick save in case I fuck it up. Whoops. Here we go. Haha. Misk. Come on, let me see it. It's not coming up in the inventory. Like these things are. There we go. The wooden duck. I don't like them because they have a weak beak. Now let's drop it off the bridge, both of them. Haha! I lied when I said I threw his ducks in the garbage. Yes sir, I know you did, you wouldn't do something like that. No, I threw them off a bridge. Any of you get that reference? If so, then hopefully this was worth it, but if not, then I hope you enjoyed it regardless. Anyway, back up to what we were doing. Going to hack an engineer's terminal, something like that. Chief engineer, I should say, give them their proper title. Anyway, onwards we go. Ooh. Uvac Live. Thank you very much for following. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hope you're having fun. But yes, thank you very much. Hello there. Thank you for entering the chat as well. I haven't had many people do that. The first one I think was a bot, and then the second one was someone advertising their services as in like, I can help you
Having a good one?
blow up on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, thank you, hello. Playing Starfield, as you can see. I'm afraid that I don't know how long you've been in here, but yeah, in case you have just joined, we're playing Starfield and we're just doing some small quests in one of the big cities near Atlantis. Right. Let's read about this Emilio Haddock. 3 prior reports for insubordination, reprimanded for mission deadlines, thwarted by Frosh Kelton, refused to carry out assignments and were beneath him, plenty of idiots who can spread bark, placed on administrative leave. There we go, purged all the files. Let's see, obsessive behaviour, ambush President Abello, say that it was a matter of imminent danger. Life always finds a way. I guess that was for when he discovered the trees. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have purged his files, but oh well. Hopefully that doesn't end up doing anything bad. But anyway, easy as piss. I think is easy as pie or easy as cake the proper term? I don't know why it says easy as piss. Probably because of the piece of piss saying.
Evening, sir.
Okay, thank you for the offer, JPArquebus. I'll consider it. I will admit that I'm not very good at like meeting new people, especially online, due to my own like social anxieties and my own like mental health stuff. But I'll consider it certainly. Thank you. But yes, your records are now clear, Emilio.
Sure are. I took a peek on the network, saw that things have updated. Great job. You came through for me, so now I'll do the same for you. This slate has all the data Kelton needs. Hand it over to him, stuff it down his throat. It's all the same to me.
Still think you're an arsehole, mate. But anyway, let us head over to finally finish this up. Oof. What have we spent, like 4 hours total maybe in your Atlantis? Bloody hell. That's the thing with these Bethesda games, isn't it? There's a lot of busy work that you can do, which I admit I do like doing. Even if some of the NPCs are arseholes or some of the things are relatively simple and uninteresting, I still like, you know, just wandering about, doing stuff and helping people. And it's also good for XP, you know, so... let's just do this one, you owe me.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to go on not knowing. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting.
Yes, let's both just forget about it, eh?
Verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do.
You and me both, my friend. I'm just doing my part.
And I
You know, be the altruist of this
Thank you for your
of this
assistance.
universe. Cool, thank you very much. I guess the blue marker, yeah, check in on him later. Christ. So I guess it's not over then, which, you know, isn't the worst thing. Okay, so that involves travelling out of system, but so, oops, what am I doing? Keep pressing the wrong buttons, but, I'd rather see if there's anything else that I can do, in this. What am I saying? I want to see if there's anything else I can do in this city before moving on, you know? You know, I like to, kind of efficiently do quests, you know, clear out everything in one area, move on to the next sort of thing. Let's do this. Yeah, this is here, isn't it? let us apply for a job, why not? Wonder if we'll have to type up our resume, put on a cover letter. What makes what makes you think you're right for this job? My skills at teamwork and my attention to detail. About us. Deliver the best quality life improving technology today before you need it tomorrow. Loads of boring stuff. Okay. Maybe this isn't boring. Well, it is boring stuff. It might be important, but honestly, I cannot particularly be asked at this point in time, so let's just do this. Work experience. 10 plus. Very. High. Masters plus. No. Travel to Neon on Volley Alpha in the Volley system. Oh, okay, so that's going to be another out-of-system thing. Okay then. So once again, won't do that just yet. This, as I say, I'd like to make sure that I've either do as much quests as I can that, you know, have their objectives within this city, and then collect all the quests that, you know, involve me going out of system as well, so that I could just do all them in one go. And then of course, once they leave me out of system, I'll probably inevitably spend a bunch of time on each individual planet or whatever, doing all the stuff there, and who knows, it might be ages before we come back here once we leave. But we'll just have to see. Ooh. Dislocated a limb, it seems. Well, Perfect. Treating afflictions. Used for treating burns and frostbite, cuts and wounds. Okay, antibiotics. Dislocated limb, there we go. Now, even though this little jetpack that we got is alright, still need to be a bit careful with it. You know, I like that when you can have like some sort of jetpack or something, so you can just fall from really far, and then at the last second just activate your jetpack to slow your descent, so then you just casually drop to the ground. But, you know, it takes a little bit of getting used to, doesn't it? In a new game. At least for me it does. Okay, I think there's something in here we can do, that we can talk to a Sergeant Yumi about joining the UC. So let's just do that real quick. And there he is.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Yes, I'm here for the job.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure.
That's the dream job, isn't it? Being able to work just whenever you want.
Lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Of course. Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
Well, I've killed plenty of aliens. Yeah, let's...
Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look,
Dang, it didn't work.
I can appreciate a while.
What was it there, like,
catch you lying for real?
a persuasion check for that, or whatever?
Well,
It doesn't matter.
I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at
Aegis.
Paylock, and they need
I've also heard it
security
pronounced
to handle
Aegis.
it. He'll fill you in on the details.
I guess not that it matters, you know. People talk plenty of different ways, pronunciation, language.
You know,
It's all bollocks in it,
NAS,
language.
the military, administrative, and
You know, you have
scientific
people,
triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city.
you have
Headquarters
people
of
like
the
get real
entire
sticks up their
United
ass about
Colonies?
talking properly and
Really
saying
should have
words in
given you
certain
a more
ways, but
thorough
really it doesn't
interview.
matter, does it? Like, language is constantly evolving. No two people sound the same. Like, there's really not much point in trying to make up all these rules for it. You know?
Aegis? They're basically
You
use
know,
the
people make
intelligence
alphabets and make
help
grammar
identify
for
threats to
writing
new
and that
Atlantis
sort of
before
stuff.
they
But you
become
know,
problems.
you don't
While
talk
we're
grammatically,
separate
do you?
departments,
You don't
there are times we need to rely
you
on
don't
each other, so it's
communicate with
important to keep a
people
good
unless you're
working
like one of those
relationship. We do
oh,
use
I'm
Plato
so
this
well
paper, and
educated, I
maybe
went to
we'll
the
talk some
finest
sense when an
universities,
investigation
that
is
sort of
solved.
thing. Like, but regular
Tit for
people,
tat.
they're not bothered, are they?
Yeah,
They just
it
want to,
works.
like, they do enough to communicate their point, and then that's it. They don't have
Bringing
to
it
butter
here
it up with
doesn't mean
flowery
that's where
language.
it'll
But
end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis.
but then on
As
the
far
other
as I'm
side, it's
concerned,
like,
it's none of
yeah,
my
people
business.
do that, but then also language has all these tools that you can use to make it sound
Let me
good.
know
Like
if
you
you have any
can
questions.
speak flowery, yes, but you can argue that that's like we're making a form of art in a way, because you know, of poetry and music and things like that, you know. But I'm also talking about like the rigidity of it, and that people try to put this ultimately arbitrary set of rules onto how people speak, and because you know that's what they put for writing. And in the end, it all just doesn't matter, and it language is constantly evolving. It's like not a firm concept. It changes and evolves. It adapts. You know, like Shakespeare probably being one of the most obvious examples, since he made a bunch of words when writing his plays. But then also recently, you have terms like Brexit. You know, that was officially declared a word a couple of years ago.
It's you and me.
And
from here out.
things of that nature. And like Riz, which I think has something to do with fashion. You know, people say, oh, he's got Riz. Which I don't really say, because again, I don't really know what it means, and honestly, I'm not the kind of person who like tries to keep up with the latest phrases or whatever, and I don't know. Again, me going on some sort of rambling rant about nothing that probably nobody really cares about. But yeah. You know, the point is, language is arbitrary, and you can try to put as many obstructions and rules on it as you like, but ultimately it doesn't matter, because it's just going to change tomorrow or the next day or in 20 years from now.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside. If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
Okay. That's also why I think the
Most of Mast's employees have extensive
phonetic
training in
alphabet is so
specific
cool.
areas of
Like
But if you're interested in
you
joining
might have heard
the
the phonetic alphabet of being, you know, the military thing like Alpha, Beta, Charlie, but that's not what the phonetic alphabet is. The phonetic alphabet is a collection put together and still being put together by linguists all over the world in an attempt to catalogue all the sounds all humans all over the world utter when conducting speech. So I think currently there's at least 500 letters recorded. You know, as I say, they represent all the different sounds people make. Like you just take English, for example. The letter A, you know, has many sounds that can be associated with it. Like can't, cap, bat, bane, stain, You know, that's just 3 right there, isn't it? So, in the phonetic alphabet, those are all
Take
treated
care,
as different letters, and I think like that sort of cataloguing of the human experience, you know, language, something that is unique to us as beings, I think is really cool. But that's just me. You might think it's a load of shit, but yeah. You might be able to tell that guess I know some of this, that I took a course in linguistics at university for a trimester,
Same as anyone.
Griffith Uni.
Just be aware that you are.
But then I dropped out because ultimately I hate the whole,
I hope you're not
like I like
merely
learning
concerned.
about that sort of stuff, but I just
You
hate the
are
whole
being
structure
pushed far
of
too much.
traditional schooling. Partly because, you know, I'm just like a lazy asshole, but also it's just I don't want to be graded on, like the way that I feel they measure your knowledge isn't the best way, like through things like that. Like take learning a language, for instance. You learn a language at school and you're not really immersing yourself in said language, you're not really trying to learn it. It's more like you're trying to memorize these particular words and phrases so that you can pass the test, you know what I mean? And like the way that school is treated sometimes is more like, here's all the stuff that you need for the test,
There
make
are
sure you
other
know it
matters
all,
that
but
require
then
my
once the test
attention
is done, we
eventually.
move on to the next thing, you can forget it, you know? And yeah. That's why I like watching Fact Fiend, if you know that YouTube channel. Like they present knowledge in a very fun, interesting, and easy way to understand, because, you know, it's also like kind of, they try to present it in like funny ways and do weird facts like how Cyclops, the X-Man, is really good at pool and stuff like that. You know, it's really fun and cool, and just learn weird facts about stuff, and yeah, you know. Okay, what is it you do here?
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you.
What about some Secret Service type bullshit? What can you tell me about
All
Aegis?
you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys.
That's what they
Our
all
main
say, innit?
priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be.
Good grief.
We keep an eye on, well, everything.
Good grief, eh? Yeah, exactly. Any agency that feels the need to point out they're the good guys usually aren't.
Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion, and there are plenty of others who share it. We'll be looking out for you just the same.
It's like... Okay, I'm gonna go... I'm sorry about this, but I'm gonna go on another rant. But this kind of reminds me, and I don't know if this is gonna be interesting to anyone, or even, like, relevant or anything. But, like, it reminds me of the whole concept of honor. You know? Like, for instance, how knights are usually portrayed in the Middle Ages, like these honorable people who fight their foes head on with sword and lance, and how the most honorable thing to do is to face your enemy head on and use no underhanded tactics. But at the end of the day, you're still killing someone, aren't you? And it's like the whole thing of the Geneva Convention, like banning certain ways war can be waged. But at the end of the day, you're still just killing people in it. So honor and like all that sort of stuff, the whole justifying it for the good of everyone, it's like not really a real thing, is it? It's just a made up concept to make people feel better about killing someone else, isn't it, you know? To make them feel less guilty by killing someone in an honourable way, by stabbing them through the heart with a sword or something. Does that make sense, you know? That's what just he made me think of, but apologies again for ranting and raving all the time, but yeah, your name is Plato.
No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course.
You know,
I
like
chose
the
this
whole,
for myself when I signed on.
you know, for
I
instance,
have,
the
of
CIA
course, since
being
learned
like,
that I am not nearly as
yeah, we
smart as I
protect
thought I was as a
Americans,
young
and
man.
I guess just the American
I
military
suppose
system
none of
in
us
general.
are.
Yeah, we protect Americans and our freedom by drone striking kids in the Middle East. No, fuck off with that shit, seriously. You're
We're
not
the
protecting
intelligence
anything,
arm
you're
of the
just
United
murdering.
Colonies. Think of it this way. UC security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and
I have a
prevent
friend, who's not American, but is kind of attracted to the American
right.
ideals
You're
and
Sergeant
likes
Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
America a bit, and when she talks about stuff that she likes about it, I just think, yeah, but there's all this other stuff that just makes America seem like the shittest place to live. And like their government and their aversion to things like welfare and just sometimes common decency with like the whole and value of human rights, you know, with the whole overturning Roe v. Wade and trying to put in laws that teach put in laws that restrict the opportunities that can be given to, you know, homosexual people and trans people.
That require my attention eventually.
How Ron DeSantis, I think it was, the Florida governor, I think he passed, or at least tried to pass, a law that sort of limits the teaching of, you know, slavery in America. You know, like a fundamental part of American history is that it was built upon the free labor of people taken from their homeland and transported to this new place and then beaten and whipped into submission, and yet people like don't want to hear about it, do they? They don't want to hear that human people aren't perfect and that the effects of that are still being felt today in many places. But once again, I don't want to get too political, I just think it's interesting, isn't it? How people, even me, of course, even me, everyone, absolutely everyone, no matter your political beliefs or your spiritual beliefs or anything, everyone chooses to interpret and chooses to see things in a way that can be different to others, be it right or wrong. You know, everybody views the world differently, and you know, like the root of all conflicts is that yes, people don't think the same, you know? I'm getting all philosophical, aren't I, in this stream? But anyway, let's try and... I said I was gonna quickly finish with all this new Atlantis stuff, but it's been 40 minutes and I've barely done anything.
Oh, it wasn't a compliment, just an observation. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
What do you mean the location's been
We think
compromised?
non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it and are using it to identify field agents. Normally we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Well, meet with me
Well, I told
personally.
the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail.
Ah.
Take the Nat to the space.
He wants me to...
There should be a
I've been
Galbank ATM
approved
right
by
next
the
to
Secret
station.
Service, it
The
seems.
package is taped under one of the
By
benches.
MI5.
Deliver it to Sergeant Yumi.
Or is it MI6? I forget which one is like... internal and which is external. I think MI6 is like international spying and MI5 is, you know, internal spying, like the similar to difference between FBI and CIA unit, I think anyway. Or Homeland Security in the CIA or something. What's in the package?
You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though.
Cool beans.
Good luck with the mission.
Him. It's very fancy in here, doesn't it? Well-dressed operatives, I presume.
Howdy.
Now, white shirts and trousers here. Ooh, this is an interrogation room, innit, eh? I bet it is. Want to be good cop or bad cop? Study about the clunk. Let's have a bit more of a look through here. There might be some more quests we can pick up from NPCs. You look important.
We're on the cutting edge of technology here. It's an exciting place to be. We didn't get where we are by sitting on our laurels.
Ah, she's the chief engineer. I
I
wonder if we could have talked to her and told her that, what's his name wanted us to hack her computer. Wonder if we could have done that.
Yes? What?
But I guess it's too late now.
May I help
Why
you?
do they have a shotgun right here, eh? Well, I guess maybe this is the weapons division. Maybe she's Q. He doesn't look like John Cleese.
There are so many different
Or,
ways across the settled systems, it's hard to-
Ben, what's his name? The new one. I keep forgetting his last name. Anyway, there was a named fella somewhere. Where did he go? There he is. Let's see if he has anything to say.
I'll take test tubes over laser guns any day of the week. Thank you very much.
What is your field of study, sir?
The short answer is xenobiology, but I get that that's a pretty broad category. My specialty is alien flora, but as a lead, I managed pretty much every department on the station. Maybe now that I'm here, I'll go back to my roots, so to speak.
Okay, what are your thoughts on New
It's
Atlantis?
home. It doesn't matter how long I've been away, that will never change. Now, this lab will take some getting used to. Sometimes I go looking for the bathroom and end up in the storage closet. Yeah, it's nice being in a lab.
Everybody
and
gives.
The facilities here at MAST are the best in the galaxy. The only thing I don't have is my research slate. The thought of having to start over from scratch, well, I feel like...
The bones are their
Sisyphus
money,
pushing his
the
boulder up
words
the
are
hill.
their dollars. They pull their hair up but not out. How hard would it be to start over?
Have you ever lost a document because you forgot to save?
Yes, because I'm an
It takes
idiot.
twice the mental energy to rewrite it. You remember the basic idea, but there's no inspiration behind it. You're trying to pick up a memory that you told yourself was safe to forget.
What was on the data slate?
Xenobiological stuff on the flora we grew in the facility. We made regular jumps to MAST, so thankfully I don't need all of it, just my most recent notes.
I can find your slate for you.
Oh, great. I'll give you the coordinates to the station. It orbits Voss in the Alpha Centauri system, so it won't be too far of a jump.
What, you want me to go?
Just be careful. I don't know if those zealots are still there. If they are, definitely do not engage.
Ooh, that should be fun, killing a bunch of zealots. Eh? Well, I assume that's what's going to happen anyway, seeing as how he warned us about them. I wonder if they'll be the Varun ones or the Ecliptus folks. Or maybe a group that I haven't even encountered before. We'll have to see when we inevitably do that. I think that is looking to be maybe the first mission that I do after we've finished up everything in your Atlantis, because it seems simple enough, and it'll be nice to do some combat again.
Then, I suppose I am a bit biased.
You like working for the
I
UC?
really do. No group has done more for humanity than the United Colonies, and it is gratifying to be a part of that. Keeping our citizens in good health is vital to our continued success.
What do you do here?
It is my pleasure to attempt to steer this lumbering bureaucracy towards doing something useful for its citizens, keeping them healthy. My background's in medicine, but I like to think I've graduated from helping one patient at a time to, well, all of them at once.
Well, according to the doctor down in the well, you're not doing a very good job at it, my friend. Regardless, let's keep on trucking. Keep on lorrying, as I would say, given my English heritage. Yeah, might as well, like, go to all the other floors and see what's going on. How does this work then? The master lobby.
My family never had any love for the UC after the colony. I would do this only if they knew I was signing up.
Well, since this is probably going to be like part of a recruitment quest, let's leave it till then. Because it always annoys me when, like... like, I understand that it's like a thing in open world games, but it just annoys me personally when I find something or do something, then later on I meet person who says, "Oh, I need you to get me this thing," and then you go like, "I've already got it," and they're like, "Wow, okay, you're great, thank you." Just because I like the story of, getting the quest, then going to do it, rather than just by chance having already done it. And again, it's not a fault of the game, because, you know, it's open world, you encounter things at kind of your own pace and your own speed. But, yeah, it just kind of irks me a bit.
I'm afraid I don't have time to talk now, citizen. Ensuring the security of the United Colonies is a full-time job. Excuse me.
President, eh? El Presidente. The, should I say that? The Julia Gillard of... of Starfield. First woman to be elected. Well, I guess it doesn't work, does it? Because technically we call our people prime ministers, don't we, in Australia? I guess that wouldn't work.
Excuse me.
You know, being the first woman to be elected prime minister was Julia Gillard. And unfortunately, she didn't do a very good job, so... yeah. Oh well, you know.
We can't ever forget the sacrifices made for the United Colonies.
Like we have, what did we have?
We owe such a great debt to so many.
4 prime ministers over a 5-year period or something like that, because they just kept kicking each other out.
I served my time in the fleet, but were I a younger man, I'd be back out there. Labour's
in charge now, for the moment. We've got a referendum coming up.
Yes.
Giving more of a... it's called The Voice, and the whole idea about it is giving Aboriginal Australians, Indigenous Australians, more power and more say in government without, you know, requiring an Indigenous person to hold a seat. And, you know, allowing them to overview and perhaps even veto laws that they feel aren't in their interest, because, you know, being a colonized country, Australia was inhabited by, you know, obviously the whites people from Britain, and they obviously didn't treat indigenous Australians very well, like people in Africa before them, people in India before them, Native Americans, you know, and plenty of other places as well in the Middle East. A long history of Europeans going to other places and saying, I'll have that, that's mine now. Or just thinking that they're better than everyone else because they're more civilized and all that sort of stuff. But, obviously for something like this, there are the conservative and white supremacist wankers who obviously don't like it. And,
Yes.
you know, I heard that you know, there hasn't even been a treaty with any of the indigenous tribes in Australia. I think the treaty has never been signed with even one of the many indigenous tribes in Australia. Like, you know how treaties were signed with Native American tribes and African tribes, all of which were pretty much broken, like, almost immediately, but at least something was done to try and smooth things over. Obviously that didn't work out, did it? So yeah, it's, again, probably getting a bit too much into politics, but still, I'm voting yes. And, you know, perhaps, I don't know what I should say next. Something about me being a white person and not... Well, empathizing, obviously, and sympathizing, but not completely understanding what it's like to be someone who's discriminated against, considering I'm a cis, white, heterosexual man.
The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a
You know, I just hope that one day society progresses enough that everyone, regardless of who they are and how they choose to express themselves or whatever, just have equal opportunity. And unfortunately, the reality is we're still quite a long way from that, I believe. Because even though the people who are against it are a minority, they're unfortunately very loud and very violent minority. You know, I heard, interestingly from a Fact Fiend video that I mentioned before, like, the guy says, you know, because, exterminating entire groups of people is inherently a part of Nazi ideology. You could argue that punching a Nazi in the face is self-defense, and I love that.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
It's hard to do this job day after day and not come away from it increasingly cynical. I'll do my best.
We've seen this a few times, haven't we? Like as a random screen asset or whatever you want to call it. Did you call it an asset? I'm not sure, but we've seen it a few times, haven't we?
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. You know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg.
Was this the council? Is this where they nominate the spectres? Hey? 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 Okay, is this an open thing or is this a window? It's an open thing. Ooh. Okay, you know what this means, folks. We've reached a high point. Let's try and jump off it and land without dying, shall we? Okay, the highest point of New Atlantis. We'll try and go over to this side so we don't drop on that like sort of raised place there. In fact, let's see if we can make our way all the way down there into the spaceport. So let's go! Da 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 Cool. I hope that I managed to time landing with the end of the song, but we did alright regardless, don't you think? Good old Captain Dave. Best free faller in the universe. Hats off to you, sir. Ooh, we're right next to the quest. Very nice. I'm just looking around to see if, like, we see someone who's gonna run up at us and be like, "Hey, I want that package." Keep an eye out for sprinters, Sarah. Maybe this person is standing suspiciously still. No? Okay, we're all good then.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
It's a good way to find people with initiative.
Oh yeah, once I had a recruit who was basically bred to be UC security. I mean, his favorite book was a training manual. He knew every rule, every procedure, and on top of that was a pinpoint marksman. But he lacked exactly what you are talking about. Initiative. He ended up transferring to a desk job after a year. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Thank you very much.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Like most things, doesn't it?
I've got nothing at the moment.
Rome wasn't built in a day and all that.
And I might have something for you. Take care.
But it was certainly destroyed quite quickly, you know. And all because, you know, harking back to earlier about discrimination, all because they wouldn't let people settle in their lands, you know? Like the Visigoths and other barbarian tribes who were migrating from further east. I think, but don't quote me on this, I think to escape the Huns who were around that time as well and who were terrorizing large parts of Asia and I think even Eastern Europe. Like very much Eastern Europe is what I mean to say. Yeah. And the Romans wouldn't let them settle in their lands. And so the various groups and tribes, you know, said, well, fuck you then, we'll take it by force. And of course at that point, the Roman Empire was massive and its armies were thinly spread. And so they weren't able to summon a large enough forces or armies in time to expel the barbarians, and they made it all the way to Rome and they sacked it. However, fun fact, the Roman Empire didn't end there, because at the time of Rome's sacking, in around, I think it was 446 AD, yeah, Rome wasn't the capital, because I think over 100 years earlier, the capital was moved to Constantinople, which is now called Istanbul. Because the empire had grown so large at that point and had moved so far eastwards that a new capital was established at Constantinople to better be in a more centralized location within the empire. And then eventually they thought, oh, one emperor isn't enough to govern the whole empire, so Rome was re-established as a second capital, where a second empire lived and governed. That emperor governed the west, and the emperor in Constantinople governed the east, but was also, I'm pretty sure, higher up in, seniority. And so when Rome was sacked, only sort of the western half of the empire fell and was affected, and much of the eastern half, including Constantinople, survived, and so Rome carried on. But, historians mark this as, mark this sort of second sort of empire, I guess, if you want to call it, or like non-Rome based empire. They call it the Byzantine Empire, or the word Byzantium, which I think is another word for the city of Constantinople. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. And indeed, for a time they did recapture Rome as well. But then, continuing with fun history facts. So Christianity, you have Orthodox Christian and Catholic Christian. Orthodox is sort of a more, well, it was at the time, was more of an Eastern thing, with Catholic being more prevalent in the West. And you have the Catholic Pope, of course. Then you also have the Orthodox Patriarch, who's similar to the Pope, but I don't think has like as much power as the Pope. But I think like the Pope is sort of similar to like a king with the council. It's how you would describe the Pope and the cardinals. Whereas the Patriarch is more like a elected sort of official out of the other, high priests of the Orthodox Church, I'm pretty sure anyway. But regardless, what happened was, in the 1700s, I think the exact decade is the 1770s AD, maybe 7074, but I could be wrong on the date. Rome at that time and various parts around it were still part of the empire, based in Constantinople, and what was happening was a group called the Lombards, who were based in northern Italy at the time. They were sort of expanding through conquest, and the Pope was worried that they were going to be a threat to Rome. So Pope Stephen II, he petitioned the Emperor in Constantinople to send some troops to aid in fighting off the Lombards if such a thing occurred. But, with the Patriarch being based in Constantinople, at the time anyway, I'm not sure if they're still based there, they obviously had the Emperor's ear more so than the Pope. And, given the rivalry between Orthodox and Catholics. The Emperor was convinced by the Patriarch to not send any aid to Pope Stephen. And so what Pope Stephen did was embark on a perilous journey across Italy and through mountains to head to seek aid from the Franks, who live, I think, around modern-day France. I'm not sure specifically where, but in that area. And indeed, he did that. He made it, and that established the papacy, the papal states. Of course, then known kind of as the Frankish papacy, as the papacy itself went through many phases of in its history, and so that's when kind of Rome officially broke off from the Roman Empire and then became a papal state, which lasted up until I think 1870 something, because Italy was united as a country, I think, in 1864, but the Vatican didn't want to do that, so they still maintained the papal area as sort of still a bit separate from that. And while I think like the Vatican itself is still separate to this day, I mean like more so than it is now. But yeah, some interesting facts. And I think the whole reason that I got on this whole Rome thing was to say that the Roman Empire was technically, you know, if you want to count the Byzantine Empire as the Roman Empire, it ended in 1446, I believe, when it was conquered by Suleiman the Magnificent, the Sultan of the Ottoman Turks. And upon conquering the city, he declared himself the new Caesar. You know, since of course he now controlled the capital of the Roman Empire, in a sense. And he was a pretty good ruler, I've found out. He's also known as Solomon Kanun, I believe, which means the lawgiver. The like obviously being a Muslim, you know, civilization, there are certain laws in the Quran that they all followed, but what he did was establish a more proper set of laws, still aligning with the Quran, but, you know, similar to what, like the kind of laws that most countries have today. And so that was like a big thing for the Ottoman Empire, and that's what he did, along with, of course, conquering a huge chunk of territory and basically in his, I think, 60-year reign, because he was really old when he died. Basically, he established, during his reign, it's sort of known as the golden age of the Ottoman Empire. He did so much to bring it to prosperity and to expand it and everything. I hope you're enjoying this, all these random history facts and shit, but
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again.
a bit different from last stream when I was really tired and so didn't talk much. Now I'm just talking way too much.
I don't quite have all the information I need. You have no idea how much I appreciate.
And I plan to get out of Atlantis at the start of the stream, but again,
it seems plain as day.
an hour and 15 minutes and we're still here.
Imagined it before.
All my fault, of course. I'm not like
have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not.
An understanding of that fact.
But it's much simpler. They're listening.
I don't understand what that means.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Indeed. You've got to do something and fast.
My thoughts precisely. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
That seems like a nice gesture.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment.
Really should get my hair cut.
Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
That's a pardon the pun.
Clever, but no, not necessarily.
But there wasn't a pun.
The tree died, yes, but
oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response.
I was totally shocked when my grandson's boyfriend told me he was a homosexual.
Calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
Just to explain, pardon the pun was a thing from A Bit of Fry and Laurie, and then that reminded me of that other thing about the my grandson's. I was shocked when my grandson's boyfriend told me he was a homosexual. Oh dear. Be back with it as soon as we can.
I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. But we don't have any time to waste.
Cool, so you have to go do that. But I wonder. You think is there actually anything worth going to? Check out the Constellation mission board. Speak to Commander Tuwala about joining the Vanguard. Oh, we do have that. You and Fool. Light in the Dark. Late Bloomer. Talk to Sarah's contacts. Molly Alpha. Speak to Commander Tuwala about joining the Vanguard. Let's go do that, why not? Seeing as how I discovered that Vanguard floor of Mast a bit earlier. Joining the Vanguard, which is probably some like special combat people. Like, it's what they're called in Destiny, innit? Like the group of people, they're called the Vanguard.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some...
I am Captain Dave Bubbles, thank you.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
What's the Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship.
So it seems like all these, like this Vanguard thing and that Bounty Hunter thing before and that other thing that I forgot the name of is like a ways to do a bunch of Radiant quests, right? Like, you would have Bounty Hunter things in like Skyrim and Fallout. Like a bunch of Radiant quests. Which, you know, I don't know how I feel about Radiant quests, because I like them. Because yes, they do encourage you to discover new locations, and it's sort of a way for the game to make sure that you discover said locations by like spawning in a bounty target in a location you haven't discovered yet and that sort of thing. But also, I like, you know, that everything can be done either once or a certain number of times, so like I can tick that off the game, my accomplishment for the game. Like, you know, it's part of my like whole like ordered thing, and I don't like having like these radiant quests clutter up my mission menu and things like that, and I like have trouble because it's like, do you have to do these to get 100%? Do you have to do a certain number of them? Do you have to not do any of them at all? And it's like all just a bit of my own sort of, I guess, anxiety type stuff when it comes to these sort of things, and my, not OCD, but like my whole kind of preference to order and detail, if that makes sense.
I'm here all day if you've got something else.
I would love to join the Vanguard.
Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission.
Like in
we need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all.
Red Dead and Red Dead 2, I think, the bounties that you can do, there was a set number of them that you could do. And once you'd done all of them, there were no more bounties, like that sort of thing.
No worries, Sarah.
Then having said that, they're a bit different in their construction, because like, there's not as many locations to discover as there in those games, you know? So it's understandable that it's works differently in different games. Then in Kingdoms of Amalur, they have quests of like, make 10 potions of fire resistance for this guy.
Yes?
Then once you do that, it immediately gives it to you again. So again, it's like, I'm annoyed that I can't get it out of my mission menu, innit? You know what I mean? Even if I do like exactly 10 fire potions, for instance, the mission is still there as like a thing that you can always do. Which again, it's like a way to sort of get easy money and XP in it, like Radiant quests. Does anyone else feel that way about Radiant quests, or is it just me? Yeah, why not? Guess we can become a citizen if we do this. Like in Starship Troopers, I think I made that comparison a couple of streams ago. Even though I don't think it's as similar, since this doesn't seem to be as much of a militaristic society as it is in Starship Troopers, but it's still like, you have to prove yourself useful to the Empire, or the Coalition, or whatever it's called, in order to become a citizen, that sort of thing.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet.
I wish, eh?
Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union.
They ripped us off of Homefront, do you reckon?
In 2159, the United Colonies were
I mean, it's not as similar because these people have a reason to, like a time period in which they have to leave, but in Homefront it was more like they discovered that they weren't native to the planet that they were on, so all the different clans of the world cooperated into making one big colony ship, didn't they? And then, after they made it and everything and tested it, the whole planet was attacked by some aliens. So then, they had no choice but to continue on with the mission, but initially they could have chosen to just stay, you know? Maybe it's not completely ripping it off, but it's, you know, it's that thing again that I have. I'm always reminded of other things, you know? Word association, football.
UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun.
The serpent worshippers, right?
To the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Who knows?
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other.
Very dramatic.
A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god,
The Great Serpent.
the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war. The Serpent's Crusade.
Do you think there's some, you know, influence behind that? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Oh, Peru. Apologies. Back to the video game. Well, that's rather colourful, isn't it?
The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194,
Tell them I'm the man, picking my hand pleasure.
The citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict.
Intergalactic conflict. In other words, Star War.
The colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis
I like
for the
Star
fiercely
Wars.
independent
Well,
union that persists.
like some Star Wars. Clone Wars series is really good, I think. Well, some of it.
House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established.
Remind you of anything? Eh? Remind you of any real-world conflicts and groups? Eh? Eh? Considering this is made by an American company, you know what I mean? Know what I mean, Harry?
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions,
And that one person, you know, as I said before, tried to make it that
and the Free Star Collective.
you don't want to see the real world in their video games or whatever. That the real world shouldn't be reflected in video games or whatever it was that they said.
Of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly.
Art is interpreted by reality.
Both sides deployed every
Even the most surreal and abstract piece of art was influenced by something, whether it be an event, an emotion, a particular, trying to evoke a particular feeling that people feel, trying to represent a particular person, particular thing. This art can't just come out of nothing, you know?
After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably ruined the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
It never ends.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war.
Those mechs. I like mechs. It'd be fun to pilot a mech, wouldn't it? Both in this game and in kind of real life, you know, like one of them look. Get in there, eh? Shoot your big gun, hit things with your big hands, stomp on things with your big feet.
The world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Missed up what they were saying. Were they saying that they like blew up a city or something?
I really hope this is just a phase.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian.
Londinian? What a fucking stupid name. Now let's just call it New London. We can't call it New London. We've already got New Atlantis, it would just seem lazy. Alright then, let's call it, let me think. I know, Londinian. Fuck off.
Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Wonder if anyone survived. Wonder if there's going to be like a quest or something that says go to Londinian to recover this thing or whatever, or find out what happened or do something, and then it's going to happen that some people did survive and that they've been cut off from everyone else for however long. That would be cool.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice.
Why do they have these things here? I suppose it's like to provide a pattern, but if you take like a skull on its own and you see that, that just looks weird, doesn't it, you see? If you do that.
But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I think that's a valid point.
Strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another.
Yeah, it should be that people who were in charge and people who like commanded the war, the various sides of the war, like any war, I think they should be held accountable for their actions in some sort of way, some sort of trial, regardless of whether they were on the winning or losing side or whatever. Because ultimately they are responsible, again, win or lose, for the deaths of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, or even millions of people, and that's fucked up. You know, it's the thing of like, who is the real bad guy? The person pulling the trigger or the person telling them to? You know what I mean? Or like, I guess they can both be bad guys, but like, who's the worst out of the two, you know?
An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles.
Who knew I'd be so insightful? I'm not really though, but you know, makes you think, doesn't it? I like thinking about that sort of stuff. Even if I'm a fucking idiot and don't like make a decent point, I still like thinking about it and talking about it.
Citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
The Vanguard. I thought he was part of the exhibition. Or they, rather. Me.
No one is born a United Colony citizen.
There you go. Only through service can you earn citizenship. Is that exclusively military, or can it be anything? Like if you're a really good scientist or something, or a really good doctor.
Living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems.
Yeah, it's a form of population control, isn't it?
Today, you too can begin earning your place here.
If you achieve this list of criteria that we made up, then you have the right to, you know, live freely here, but if you don't, then you have to either fuck off or live in the well, right? Is that what's happening? Wankers. Wankers, I tell ya. Is that an R2-D2? No. What's that then? Wow. Beep, bop, 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 bop.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson.
Proctor, is that a name or a title?
You can head in whenever you're ready.
Wasn't,
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation.
the play about the Salem witch trials,
Your task is to defeat at least
and
3
then
tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish
there was a
that in
film
your last exam, and then proceed on to your probationary mission.
starring,
However,
I think Winona
if you
Ryder
defeat
was
more
in
than
it,
3
and
tiers
then
of
Daniel
enemies,
Day-Lewis
your
was in it.
required
Wasn't
enlistment
his
time for
name
citizenship will be
John
reduced,
Proctor?
and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process.
Apparently his way of
We'll
method
look to the
acting for
highest
that
score you
role was
managed to
just
achieve
not
it.
to shower. So he stunk the whole way through. Come on, mate.
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there. Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending you out on your first real assignment.
That's so.
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been
Destroyer?
to provide a
But I
challenging
barely
and fair
know
fight
her.
against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. Just head in whenever you're ready.
Enter the simulation.
Right. Let's...
You know what? I'm just gonna keep it at the top. Maybe more people will discover me. Let's see if that happens.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation.
Because I've always tried to do my titles as like jokes that are not funny and don't make any sense. Because that's just the kind of humour I like. You know? Okay, they want me to sit in the chair. I'll sit in your bloody chair for you.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can.
God, now I need to remember how to fly. I haven't done this in like since the first stream, pretty much.
Good hunting, applicant.
Yeah, we can do that. Do that. This is for lasers, this is for ballistics.
New targets active.
Is there a better way to like turn around or whatever? I don't know. Missile away. Ah. Fuck it. These nuts. That's still things still people try and trick people with. Ooh, got some new baddies. Bogey incoming. Is this... am I doing well? I don't know. Missile away. Missile away. Ooh. There we go, I think I prepared properly. Hey, I think I'm doing okay.
Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
Tier 3? What is this? A Twitch subscription?
New targets active.
Bang 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 bang. Bang 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 bang. Ooh, don't you worry, son, I'm coming for you. Don't you worry. Ooh, Sonny Jim. Ah, gotcha. Oh dear, oh dearie me. Come on, do some evasive maneuvers, evasive maneuvers. Oof, my words.
All targets eliminated.
I don't think I'm very good at this, but
Congratulations,
having the fun anyway.
You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Ooh. Let's prepare for my next target, why not? Let's see if we can do better.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Ooh, tier 4, eh? Ooh, he's doing plenty of damage. Ooh, that's a big ship. Don't think if I have any repair things left, so if I get shut down, it's gonna be it. Let's see if I can keep a tail on him. Ooh.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating
I'm
tier
gonna leave it
5.
there, because I wonder if there's like an achievement or something for getting the highest score. Or like defeating the final tier or whatever.
New targets active.
I'm leaving. Yeah, exit simulator. Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed.
Thank you.
Good showing in there, applicant.
Gonna steal your piperage? I don't think I will. Who's this person over here? Can I talk to them?
Wait, did you actually pass? Well, if you can do it, I can. After I gather my thoughts.
Good luck, son. Cool beans. Wonder if there's going to be like a ground combat simulation as well, if they're going to just leave it as ship combat simulation.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
How long have you been with
Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
If you say so. What kind of name is
MAST?
MAST?
Short for Military Administrative and Scientific Triumvirate. From
A
here,
triumvirate?
the 3 co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause.
Caesar,
of the
Ptolemy, and Crassus,
Be
eh?
that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the
No,
UC's
not
divisions
Ptolemy.
grants citizenship, but scientific and admin
Ptolemy
positions
with
in the
P, wasn't
UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable.
Ptolemy,
Most people
which I
prefer
don't think
to
you
earn
even
their
pronounced it
citizenship
that way,
on their
were
desk rather than in combat.
Egyptian
Not
pharaohs, weren't
something
they?
I'd ever choose for myself, but
Who,
understandable.
fun fact, were maybe not, well, some of them at least, possibly, not sure exactly, because, you know, there might have been, like, anyway, what I'm saying is that Ptolemy was the name of a Greek general who served under Alexander the Great. And when Alexander died, his generals carved up his empire between themselves, and Ptolemy got Egypt. And so, you know, he was some of the pharaohs of Egypt, don't know how long his line
Take your time.
lasted, but were descendant from Greeks, which is just kind of fun, interesting fact. Something poly, wasn't it? The Roman. Gonna annoy the shit out of me now, isn't it? Caesar, Crassus, and P something. The first triumvirate. Second one being Octavius Caesar, who then went on to be Augustus, the first proper emperor. Mark Antony, and someone else who I can't remember. Anyway, why does the UC need foreign
The
pilots?
military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from.
In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Yes, I got an A+.
Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh?
I like to learn.
A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly.
Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby.
The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Artificial bastards.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
Alright, keep it in your trousers.
Looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only
10 years.
10 years
Got it.
service. Pretty standard
I should be
for
awarded
combat
something for that.
assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today.
Sure, why not?
Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath.
Oh dear.
So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
Sure, fuck it.
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
I'm ready.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Oh, well, that smile. A bit too enthusiastic if you ask me. Which you didn't. You know, because you can't talk to me because I'm a face on a screen. And I don't think there's anybody watching right now apart from me.
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Apparently, he's got some work.
Right, here we are then, eh? These like the flags of the colonies and whatever. Hello again.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies.
Oh, can't look up far enough.
raise your
There we
right
go,
hand.
there's a little bit in it.
The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is
Why
what
do
we
they have to
serve,
do things in
beyond the
Latin?
furthest reaches of
Like,
the
it's not
United
that
Colonies
cool.
military, and with honor and duty above reproach.
Just say the words. Why does it all have to
Protect
be
and defend the citizens
fancied
of
up
the United
by being in a
Colonies
different
to the
language
best
that
of your
nobody even...
abilities. And to uphold the values of the Vanguard.
Nobody
Honor,
even speaks apart from like a select few in the
self-reliance
church.
in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy.
And I'm not saying like that to discount Latin, I'm just saying that maybe it's... Latin is overrated. Yeah, sure, why not?
Then let me be the first to officially welcome
Wasn't
you
paying
to the
attention to the
United
oath, so...
Colonies Vanguard.
maybe
Now,
I'll fuck it
the
up.
only thing left is getting you that probationary mission.
Yeah, send me to go kill someone.
What I've got is comms repair.
What?
Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died.
Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So,
I'll secure them.
people of Tau Ceti
Secure
2
these
count on you?
nuts. Do I expect trouble?
no major settlements on Tau Ceti. No real active industry either. Doesn't make for a big target.
It's got the
You
potential to
target
be a
like
pretty
these
quiet
nuts.
trip. But there's a
Sorry.
reason they wrote, "Here be dragons" on the map edge. So if it were me, I'd hope for the best and arm for the worst. And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it.
Check these nuts.
You ready to head out?
Yeah, sure.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance.
Ah.
Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Yeah, Super Ultron to you as well. Let's see, what skill should I invest in? Can't do that yet. I'm gonna do... I think I've already got rank 2, don't I? Yeah. Research. Surveying. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. The Sergeant Yumi wants us to do something for him. Let's go have a look. I don't think you had to be there. Their story just doesn't make any sense. Take that, society. Fuck you, I'm a rebel. You have something for me to do.
Slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
But I haven't done anything.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
I can do that, sure.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
Anything else I should know?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons.
Pretty paying for it.
Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Well, that's still a valid reason, isn't it, to want something back?
A restaurant over in the residential district.
I think most people wouldn't be happy if they lost a bunch of money.
It's the kind of place where
seeing as how we need it to fucking live in this world with this capitalist society.
See you later.
Okay, let's try and figure out who stole that ring. Hello there. Hello there. General Kenobi. There are these animations that like standard animations that were done for Revenge of the Sith and probably other like Star Wars and just other movies in general that like were done to kind of, I guess, to like kind of get a picture of what the movie's gonna be like and to show investors and producers and that, but without actually spending a load of money to animate everything and film everything, so they look a bit crap. But there's one of the General Grievous and Obi-Wan Kenobi fight, and it's like this low polygon Ewan McGregor like punching and wrestling with General Grievous, and then he just like rips open his chest, rips out his heart, throws it on the ground, picks up the blaster, and then just starts shooting it a bunch of times. And it's like, fucking hell, that's a bit much, innit? It's pretty funny, you should look it up.
No parallel to the food you'll find here. One taste, and all of our signature dishes are unique to the Roost.
You won't find anything like them anywhere else.
I'm here about the fight.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined.
Handsome,
His
eh?
favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent,
Now then,
well-mannered, but
in this world it's established that Earth has been, like, destroyed or whatever. So since France doesn't exist, can you still describe someone as having a French accent? That's the question. I mean, probably, yeah, because, you know, it's not precisely tied to the country, is it? But you know what I mean. These two men dined together.
oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt. I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
So they're either two men who were married, and the other one said that they stole the wedding ring because that person gave them said wedding ring at their wedding, and they want a divorce, so they want the wedding ring back. Or it's two men who are married to other people, and they're having an affair together, and one of them stole the other's wedding ring out of, like, spite or something, so that they're more likely to get caught in the affair, or something like that. And the other one maybe wants it back, so that they don't get found out, maybe?
I'm sorry, but the food is getting cold.
What's up?
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Okay. I'm going to do something now that I haven't done on stream, in a stream yet. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I need the loo. And so, close this. Because I'm self-conscious and I don't want you to see me getting up. I don't want you to see my lower half. And I will pop this to the top of the thing. And I will be back in a tick. Okay, I am back. Let me just get myself situated before I turn the camera back on. Okay. And I will plop this back down to the bottom layer. Move to bottom. Cool. Because I don't have like a proper break scene set up. So I guess that's how I'll be doing things for now at least. Cool, let's get back into it then. And I also don't have like a stream starting soon because, you know, I've got no, at least I don't think that I have any like, any of the followers that I have watched any of the streams after when they followed. I don't know. I don't know how the viewer count works, because sometimes I've heard that it gets buggy sometimes, but I don't know. Since I've never done Twitch before, apart from, you know, the past few streams, but yeah, so I don't know how long like someone has to watch a VOD for it to count as a view, because apparently I've got like upwards of 10 views on some of my VODs, but again I don't know if that like is just a couple of minutes worth of viewing or longer, so who knows. I should probably try and check in the whole information type of things in Twitch, but I haven't done that yet because I'm
Howdy.
a bit
Oh,
shit.
I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Man who's... You know what, go on, finish your rant.
That lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter.
To a dating?
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring.
Ah,
to
so it's an
prove it.
engagement ring, not a wedding ring. What happened at the Dawn's
It
Roost?
was supposed to be a romantic dinner. Our last, before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves.
Hmm.
I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back.
Scandalous.
He had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
Any chance you two could patch things up?
There are some things in life that cannot
No,
be repaired.
one can hope.
Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point?
I agree. Like, you shouldn't cheat on a person. You shouldn't, like, go out or have intimate relations with other people against your partner's back. You should only do said things if you both agree in the relationship that, you know, you want an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship. Because it's the whole thing of, like,
Why the silence?
yeah, you
Are
know,
going to arrest me or
being
not?
committed to said relationship, you know, and obviously that commitment's
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's
can
my
take many
property.
forms, but you know, it's
He
still
gifted
important.
it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
Still is property.
I don't care. I'm not giving it to you. I think my lawyer would disagree. Either way, if Octavio wants to take me to court, then so be it.
Hmm. Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him?
Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Ugh, fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Thank you. Not a happy ending, but an ending all the same, I suppose. Doo-doo. Okay then. Guess we're going back down. Let's do another. That's a bit loud, that water, isn't it? Very loud indeed. Jump our way back down, eh? Was that a little moon up there, eh? Little bit of an half moon. Whee! Very cool, very cool. I like doing that. Oh! You got here quick. Eat clothes. I don't really follow fashion that much. I'm like not particularly interested in fancy or stylish clothes, just simple single colour shirt and shorts or trousers is good enough for me. Though I am partial to like flower and fruit patterns. They're quite nice.
How can I help you, Captain?
I've finished my investigation.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
Yes, I did. Here you go.
Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work.
Oh God, no.
Hardly surprising for a captain of the UC Vanguard, but still impressive nonetheless.
Oh, you heard about that, did you?
Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Might as well talk to him to see if he has anything else.
I'm starting to run out of credits. Not right now, Captain. I might have something for you.
Okay.
See you later.
You'll think. Let's see. Look. Ah, so I guess that contact was the actual Vanguard bloke that we talked to. Oh, I see. Let's go talk to him then. Yeah, because I wondered why it said I need to speak to you about Constellation business. I guess he's the person we talked to for the main quest. Let's go do that then, and then I think I'd like to go out of the bounds of the city and explore this planet a bit, and then we'll go do the missions that take us off-world. Hope I remember to edit out the
Can I help?
piss break for when I put this up on YouTube, which I'll be doing soon. I finally, you may have seen, I commissioned some artwork from a friend of mine, and she completed it a couple of days ago, or yesterday maybe, and I finally put them up on this channel, and then on this, like the banner and the profile picture and that, I finally put it up for on here on Twitch, and I've done the same for the YouTube channel that I'm going to upload streams to. So now that I've done that, and I'm just waiting for another couple of verification things from YouTube to come through,
Down to the spaceport and speak to Crew Chief
soon I
Ra.
will start
Get you where you
uploading
need to
these
go.
VODs. What can you tell me about Talsil?
Not sure there's actually a lot to tell. It's only had people on it for 20-odd years. UC set up a food processing facility there during the Colony War. But when the war was over, it was too remote to justify the fuel costs. A report mentioned some settlers bought the facility from the Ag office for next to nothing a couple of years back. See, if they couldn't make the place efficient enough to be profitable, I wouldn't be shocked to find out one of their upgrades knocked out their comms. But the place is a hike. So it well could be pirates or spacers have finally realized there are actually people out there now, which is why they're sending us.
Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it before you try to convince him to join.
Don't like
the
that she's talking to him,
Alright.
but then she looks
Here's what I've
directly
got.
into the camera.
Vanguard
So it's
volunteer by
like
the name of
she
Moera.
thinks I'm John.
Patrol the old neighborhood. Sol,
Stupid,
Mars,
if you ask
Neptune,
me.
You know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
You see?
He's Martian.
You're
born
not
and
talking
raised.
to me, you're talking to
Not
him,
like
you
he can
know?
get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description.
Does that mean we're going
certainly.
to Mars? What's wrong with the solar
You
system?
kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
Why? Is it because Elon Musk is there?
Oh, he goes way back. I think he was recruit number 81 or something.
Such a fucking idiot, isn't he, Elon Musk? Such a bloody clown. Right, we'll talk to him. I'm sure we can make him a good offer.
The Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Anything you can tell me about Sidonia?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
Isn't that one weird Bruce Willis film? Where he's a psychiatrist and one of his patients jumps out the window of his office and dies. And for some reason the trauma of it make him so that he can't see red anymore. Fucking hell.
You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate.
Of all things, like, to traumatize someone with, them not being able to see red, the color red. Thank you for your help, John.
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal
Marmite, what are you doing?
Oh,
I'm sleeping with your wife, John.
Good luck out there, Vanguard.
Bloody Marmite, eh? My mum likes Marmites. Okay. So now, be sure that we've done all the little side quests in this city that we can do at the moment. So let's start exploring out of bounds, eh? Head off to the left. To the west, maybe? I don't actually know if it's the west, but I think it is. Go into third person, why not? Get a good look at, good old Captain Dave here as he jumps about, leaps about like a frog. And we'll see what there is to discover out here on, I think the planet is called Jemison. Flotsam and Jemison. Is this faster than the other way? I can't tell. What the fuck is that sound? Seriously, was that like a spaceship taking off or something? Was it the waterfall from all the way back there? That deal. I don't know why I keep defaulting to humming the Jurassic Park theme. It's not like I'm a massive fan or anything. I think I've only ever seen the first one. Maybe the third one as well, but I don't remember it. And then of course I saw Jurassic World, which was a pile of shit, so I didn't watch any of the others. Oh yeah, I should probably be trying to scan things, shouldn't I? Fucking hell. Structure. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Cool. Let's go and see what all these plants are about then. Oh, nutrients. I need some of them, don't I? I think nutrients is something that I might need for like crafting medicines. Yeah, I should take them, I think. Laurel. Like that whole weird audio thing of do you hear Lanny or do you hear Laurel? Remember that? Like the audio version of that dress thing that everybody went crazy about for a while. A spiral creeper? What is this? Minecraft? Ooh, toxins, eh? That mean you can make poison in this game. Deciduous forest. I like that word, deciduous. What's going on here, eh? What's with this water, eh? Silly Bethesda. %, scanned. Lovely jubbly. Lottie stickweed. H2O. What is this? The Halloween series? Is that right? Isn't one of them called Halloween H2O for some reason? I am taking damage, eh? Don't mind this whole scanning thing. I mean, it's not like particularly interesting or necessary, but it's just kind of fun to do, to see the things do something. Ooh, these little animals. Ooh. Is that the front or the back of them? I can't tell. I think that's the front. They look a bit weird, don't they? Little big insect balls. Ooh! Look at that. Ooh. Is that them making all that noise? Hello there. Hello there. Not here to disturb you, just looking to scan you. They're bloody loud, aren't they? I think maybe some of the sound mixing in this game is like not very good. Laura Palm again. Ooh, look at that there. An apex parrot hawk. Is it gonna like try and swoop me then, since it's seems to be red? The colour Bruce Willis can't see. Bloody hell, there's so much shit to scan, isn't there? Ooh, you are gonna swoop at me now, eh? What happened? Did it die? Was that like a death screech? No.
Hope you're
Hope you're ready to die. Where'd it go? There it is. I mean, that's a bit much, innit, love? Hope you're ready to die. Like, turn it down a bit, please. And you were against, you know, stealing something, and then now you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill ya. Rail Star. Wonder if this is a ship we can steal. Coral bug? What are they? What's going on over here? Are they all fighting each other? Yeah, they are all fighting each other, aren't they?
Scan any promising leads?
Oh, they look weird, don't they? They look like people with spider legs. Spider legs, spider legs. Gonna kill. Ooh, I got no heads. Okay then. Guess maybe I shouldn't have tried to attack them. Oh dear, where's it gonna put me now? Shit. Oh, balls. Sorry everyone. My deepest apologies, but we're afraid that we're gonna have to go back and do all that again. Shit. Wait, where am I? Oh, it didn't even save me doing the constellation bit. You know what, since I died and I was put somewhere else, let's try and explore like down to the south end instead of going up and doing the same thing again. Let's do that, why not?
Cool spacesuit.
Zeroing in on anything useful?
To explore that structure over there. I do like the pew-pews, yes I do. I wonder if you can just like take any ship. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
She managed to limp back here at all. Bullet for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know what happened really as soon as we can.
Yes, sir.
Who's that Vanguard person that we'll have to talk to? We go and do that mission. Balls. Okay, never mind then. Let's try doing it over here. There we go. Much easier. Okay, let's go and do some more exploring then, shall we? Hopefully this time not die. With laurels, some glossy thick weeds, sticky weeds, weed sticks. Been gassed. No good, is it? Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. What's this? Is this stuff I'm allowed to take? Synth leatherware. You're gonna have synths in this game. Is the Institute here? Or maybe it's going to be just like a little fun little reference. There we go. Oh, I'm coughing. Does that mean I've got lung damage again? Let's see how. I hate it when my lungs are damaged, don't you? I'll see if I can have anything in the old inventory to fix it. Let's see. There we go. Injector. All better. Okay, just have to give it a little kiss. Ooh. Landing over here, are ya? Wonder who they're going to be. Are they going to be goodies, baddies? Something in between these? Remember to quick save. Hello there. LBE. Ooh, Ecliptics. Ooh, and they're shooting immediately. Very good. Okay. We're in it now, folks. In proper combat, finally. Bloody hell, I've got terrible aim. Can't hit for shit. Save my life even. Ooh, critical. Ooh. Ooh. No, don't go, I want to steal you. Oops. Is there more? Are there more of them? Die, fool. How dare you come up against Dave Bubbles. The greatest captain who ever lived. Greatest spaceman.
Don't leave any of that behind.
As in, I'm not a big fan of your reactionary comments. Of course, if you actually have something useful to add, by all means speak your mind. But just saying random bullshit isn't very helpful, I'm afraid. See, where are the other bodies at? Bloody hell. It's always a chore, innit? There we go. There was one more around somewhere. This it? There we go. Check this one? I think so. Cool. Very cool indeed. Can you scan people? Don't look like it. Well, maybe we should have a bit more of a look around this place first before we continue on. Wonder if there's anyone here. Hello? Anybody about? Is anybody there? Whistle while you work. Hitler is at work. He's off balmy, so's his army. Whistle while you work. Your name is also going on the list. What is it? Don't tell him, Pike. Pike. Hey, bit of Dad's Army humour there for those in the know. Bloody fantastic show that. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I guess there's like nothing much in here then. Don't need any succulents or thermoses, I'm afraid. Don't really want any mag pressure tanks. I think that's more like for crafting objects and structures rather than being valuable for pharmaceuticals. So yeah, I think that's it for this particular spot. Have a little quick nosy around the other side, make sure we don't miss anything, then we'll continue on. There's anything up top, maybe? Anything in these here containers? Nope, just a bunch of pipes and a load of bullshit. Alright. Off we trot. Another quick save. So that if those red dots up there are creatures that kill me, then we'll be alright. There's some more places up there to discover. So are you there? Do 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 do. I'm gonna go up this ladder. What's the fucking point? Jesus H. Christ, eh? Do some more scanning. More apex parrot hawks over there. Leave them alone for now. Should probably do the old tactic I did on Crete where not to attack the aliens unless they attack first. Otherwise it just feels like I'm slaughtering a bunch of innocent creatures. You know? In typical colonizer fashion. They're bloody loud though, aren't they? Jesus. Oh, yeah, alright, keep your air on, I'm going. Up dear, huh? Ooh, there's these bloody coral bugs. Let's try and kill them again. Oh, I'm stealthed. Oh, shit. Didn't do that. Didn't mean to do that, rather. Oops. That went a bit better. Vital fluids, might as well take some of that. Yeah, I think when you kill things you automatically scan them as well, which is nice. Oh no! I killed some of these. Bloody bastards. I'll kill you now then. Even if you don't deserve it. I'll be a dick. These apexes are pretty tough. Which is understandable given that they're called apexes. There we go.
Make sure you clean that off before you stow it in your bag.
Why don't you treat your bag how you want, and I treat my bag how I want, eh? I don't know why I'm so hostile to her. It's just like some followers are more annoying than others. I mean, Vasco was annoying because he always bloody disappeared, but not because, he was, saying too much annoying stuff. But perhaps if he didn't keep disappearing, then he would have said more annoying stuff, and I'd still be annoyed with him. Ooh! Huzzah! Do 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 do. Oh no, they're fighting the good ones again. You can do it, I believe in you. With these little ones. There you go. Oh, he still bloody died. Bloody hell, hey? sound of another ship, is it? Oof. Just scratch my ear real quick. Getting a bit itchy. What's the time? 2012. I might go for another hour. So I haven't built up, you know, my endurance for streaming just yet. I think between 3 and 4 hours is the maximum I can go for now. But yeah. In the future, it'll probably be like, this will probably still be like a few weeks away, and maybe I'll be like, come back after an hour or two break, and then stream in the afternoon as well. Afternoon my time, that is. But my hope is that, streaming at the times that I do, I tap into the American audience, because right now it's like pretty late at night for them. Because, you know, I figured a lot more people in America than in Australia, so I might get more viewers, but then also, there are a lot of streamers on Twitch. And most streamers on Twitch are like me, who get barely any viewers, if any. Because, you know, there's only so many eyes that can be only on so many streamers. But hopefully things work out, and if they don't, then at least I tried, you know? At least I bloody well tried. And continuing on. I kill you, because I don't like you. I think they're probably the most aggressive out of the ones that I've seen so far on New Atlantis. It'll be probably best to shoot those ones first rather than wait. Go over to that cave actually, why not? Okay then. At least this is a... I will say this is a slightly better environment than Crete. It's still very samey, but at least it has a bit more colour to it with the vegetation. But as I say, it's still rather boring and bland, unfortunately. I really do hope that they have planets with more interesting environments, like big old jungles and dense forests, and like completely oceanized planets, if that's even a word, oceanized. Things like that. If it's just this kind of thing, then it's going to be really boring. No matter how many, like, quests and content that you can actually do on the planets, if they don't look good, then it's not going to be very fun, is it? Right, here's the cave. Now, the last time we went into a cave, multiple caves in fact on Crete, all the creatures inside were dead. And I think that was a bug or a glitch that they spawned in dead. So let's see what happens when we go into this cave here. Wherever the entrance is. Here it is. Come on. In you get, fella. In you get. And on the old flashlight. Even though that appears not to be working. Maybe because I don't have a proper helmet on. Let's put my actual helmet on. There we go, just have to put the proper helmet on. Cool. Let's have a little looky. A dung pile. Why is it always... Ooh, an alien egg. That might be useful for something. More stuff. Doesn't seem like there are any actual creatures in here. So I guess we have found yet another pointless cave. Seriously, am I missing something? Or are these caves just fucking pointless? Like, seriously, what's the deal? What is the deal? Oh. Come on. Oh, come on.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
There's nothing. Again, there's nothing. Bloody hell, eh? Well, let's leave then. Nothing in here worth it. Worth a damn. Oh. Jeez Louise. Excuse me. Ooh. Right, back to what we were doing. Going this way. Go look at, I think that one over there, or that one. Again, I don't know what I should really be taking for medicine stuff. But like organic matter, I guess is the best thing to pick. Ooh. A bit tired there. Come on, up you get, fella. Bloody hell. Thought there was a Bethesda game, it's supposed to be able to jump up vertical surfaces with ease. With ease, I say. Yes, alright, I hear you. Don't want me around. What's that skittering noise? Didn't like that. There's more of these fellas. Come on then. Show me what you got. Come on then. Gonna run away, are ya? Yeah, I guess I'll let them run away then. Ooh, what's this place? Wind-powered farm. That's good. Your renewable energy and all that. sort of farming were they doing, I wonder? Doesn't look like anything. Where are all the plants, eh? Where's all the plants?
Next time.
Here's some, I guess, maybe. Who knows what they were doing? They growing weed, huh? Growing that ganja? Yes. That don't look good, do it? Don't look good at all. They spilled their paint. Let's open the airlock then. Open up this door now. Wait for about 5 years for it to open. Let's have a look. Oh. We're lockpicking now, are we? Or digi-picking, I suppose they would say. That could be there. Then we have this one. If you do that, and do that, it seems like they very much want me to do this. And do this. We do that. And do this. Very nice. Ooh, some nickel. Isotopic coolants. Credits. CQBX, Art Plus, sparkling water. Seems like a decent little stash there, eh? Wonder what they were hiding it for. Maybe water is illegal on Jemison or whatever place this is. Only there to drink pop or alcohol. Lock is too difficult. Pack of smokes. Darts. Not. Might as well sleep. I will sleep. 12 local hours. Wait till morning. Sleep till morning, rather. Takes a while, doesn't it? I guess sleeping does.
Come on, sleepyhead.
Hey, I need my beauty sleep. I need my good night's rest. Sedative.
Better think about what you're taking.
Why? Like, why was that stealing, but then all this other crap I can just take freely? Hey? There's nobody in here. As soon as I open the door, like 3 people appear. What are you doing in our house? What you doing on my farm? I built this place up with my blood, sweat, and tears. Ah. There is a dead person here. Laura's note, let's read that then. If I'm able to. Where would I find it? There we go, notes. Explorer's notes, Monday. Great Lock, Snow, Water, Sun, mild. Tuesday, Great Lock, Snow, Water, Sun, scorching. Great Lock, Snow, Water, Sun, scorching. Great Lock, Snow, Water. I guess she was jumped while she was typing in a little thingy. Does that mean that this is now the lock for, I don't know, the safe or something that was in here? Let's have a look. gonna be this? No. So what crate was she on about? Is it this? No, that's the spacesuit. The fridge? No. Cooking station? No. Is it this? No. Maybe it was that one because we did unlock it, but why would you give me a key to unlock a Ah. That's pretty cool. Got some contraband. Mm. Mm. No, don't like either of them. Yeah, got another pack, didn't I? I mean, airborne things seem to be the most annoying, if not the most damaging things that I've dealt with so far. So I'll keep that on, because I don't like the airborne stuff. So it's bollocks. Modified Eon. Reflex sight, muzzle brake, tactical magazine, and binary trigger. Let's try it out for a bit. Ooh, we've got a shitload of ammo for it. The Brew Harvest. It's that time of year when we pull out our crops and send them off to market. Let's have another quick look for the crates that that note mentions, see if it's anywhere around here. I do not see said crate. Perhaps it was up by where she is, and this has all once again been a waste of time of me just trying to run about and find it, but no, it doesn't look like it's up here. So what is the key for? Is the key for that? No, it can't be right. I don't know. Let's just move on for now, I guess. Maybe it will be something that comes up a bit later. Let's see what's over this way. Have we discovered that thing? I don't think so. Yeah, we haven't. So we'll go over there once we have a quick look at whatever this thing is. Because, you know, could be something there. There's probably nothing there, but won't know until you look, eh? Why have I got my cutter out? I didn't want that. I wanted that little pistol that I got. The little pistol. There you go. Parrot hawks and coral bugs again. All damaged up because they've probably been killing those herbivore things again. Bloody bastards. Okay, so this looks like it's nothing. Alright, well at least we know now. At least we know that it is fuck all. James Bond theme, right? I'm not really interested in James Bond. Like the films that I have seen, mostly the Daniel Craig ones, but a few Sean Connery and one, maybe two Pierce Brosnan ones. Like they're fine, but I don't think they're particularly masterpieces of cinema or anything. They're just fine films with a lot of problematic stuff in them, especially the old ones. There's some robots around here, but will they be good robots or bad robots? Let's find out. There's a person. Hello there, friend.
Nothing wakes you up in the morning like the sounds of heavy machinery, huh?
Indeed. Is that your job then? Just to stand there and stare at this thing? Aha. About these folks.
We haven't had an injury in 55 days. Don't break our streak.
I quit mining because I thought a construction job would be easier. Joke's on me.
It's all hard labour at the end of the day, innit?
I don't restock much. What you see is what you get. I hope you weren't expecting a warm welcome. These guys can be pretty rude.
How long you been working out here?
Long enough to know this job isn't for me. I've already told the foreman to start looking for my replacement.
Oh, is that so?
Next time the supply ship comes through, I'm out of here.
No, you could just walk to the city. It's not that far. Don't have to stay out here.
Let's just say I won't be renewing my contract. Free room and board is a nice perk, but I can't stand the workers.
Yeah, that's always the thing, innit?
Noise for that matter.
Makes that job all the worse when your co-workers are dickheads.
This is what I have.
Let me see what you have for sale. Cutter, deep mining, brown leather miner, some dungarees or something, or is it just like the pattern of the shirt? Yeah, I'd like to buy some of these immobilizers. I guess we only have the one. Right, I suppose. Well, let's see what I can sell to them. I've got to go. Sod it, I'll get rid of that. Even though I made it, or crafted. No, didn't craft the mod, I found the mod and then put it on the thing. But now I've got this one which already has a bunch of mods on it, so I'll just keep this and sell the other one. I don't really want that. Keep that. Keep all of them. See. Since it's misc, it probably means it's not useful, so yeah, I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's see, have I got anything? Get rid of that. Antimicrobial, benzene. Get rid of... yeah, get rid of the fibre, why not? Oh no, we'll keep this just in case. I'm still, as I said, not completely sure on what's needed for pharmaceuticals and what's not. I'll have a proper look a bit later. The 0G gimbal. Sod it, keep that, why not, since it seems to be rare. Alright, thank you very much.
See you later.
My dear fellow. Thank you very much indeed.
Don't touch anything. This equipment can take your fingers off.
Okay, then I won't. Not that I was going to, really. Unless it was something useful that I could take.
Please do not interfere with my tasks.
What if I want to? Is the foreman?
I thought help would never come, but here you are.
A band of heavily armed spacers has been taking what little we survive on out here. Now, they've started taking shots at us. For fun.
Ooh.
They're not far from here. But we are not cut out for that kind of combat. Think you could take care of them?
Indeed. Make sure these spaces are taken care of.
Thank you so much. Please be careful.
But I'm afraid that will have to wait until next time. Because I feel like I'm just about to reach my limits. And I don't really want to do that while I'm in the middle of a fight. So, gonna end things here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I think tomorrow I will stream a different game. But I haven't decided what yet. I'll obviously keep streaming Starfield, but, you know, interchange it every other day or so with something else. But yeah, thank you very much. I am, of course, Jack. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.